$1 is around 1,000 naira or even lesser now, but things are still expensive. Why is that so? Before I explain, you need to know that exchange rates is just one of our issues in Nigeria, and governments have minimal intervention in price of goods and services, which means price of goods are determined by demand and supply. So one of the reasons why prices are still high is that most sellers claim that they have old stocks until they sell and restock before they can lower their prices. Some sellers are already restocking with the new exchange rate, so they are meant to lower their prices, but they are not. Why is that so? So let me break it down. Let's say this cup is currently selling for 2,000 naira, and I restock my goods with the new exchange rate that is less than 1,000 naira. That means I'm meant to lower my price because I got it with the new exchange rate. And if I lower my price, I will attract more customers. So the people that are still selling with the old price will have less customers, and then everybody will come to me because my cup is cheaper. And the people selling with the old price will be forced to bring down their price so that they can actually make sales to and restock. So that's typically how the forces of demand and supply works. But the case of Nigeria is so different. Most people are not lowering their price because they believe that by the time they are restocking their own goods, exchange rates will have gone up and they might actually lose money. Well, that's actually fair because the main aim of every business is to make profits. But I think some Nigerians are actually greedy. As for locally produced goods, I mentioned that exchange rate is just one of our issues in Nigeria, and the cost of transportation is so high. Even research has shown that it costs more to transport goods from the north to the west than China to Nigeria. And most of our foods come from the north, and they are barely producing enough because of insecurity. So they export the little they can to the west, and before it gets here, they've incurred a lot of costs, like payments in different stopovers, cost of fuel, even some goods will even get spoiled. A lot of direct and indirect costs will be incurred. And when they get here, they will have to distribute the goods to different retailers. And those retailers will also transport it to their own stores and include their own profits before it finally gets to you. So at the end of the day, you bear the cost. We also know that the cost of electricity have been increased by 15%. We have poor infrastructure, inflation rate that is above 33%, and we heavily depend on imports. And I don't even want to talk about corruption, because all these factors actually affect prices. So it is not just the exchange rate, but to be fair, the CBN governor is actually trying on the monetary aspect of the economy. If the physical side is also getting this kind of attention, I think prices will be stabilized. But will Naira keep appreciating? Well, maybe, I can't say. But in my next video, I'll talk about how to navigate this kind of stormy economy. Well, it's me, Amina, your one stop for all things financials. Please like, share, and tell me what's affecting price in your environment.